Everyone, and welcome to the second part of our live watch along between Liverpool and Bilbao. My name is Ozzie, and I'm your host for this evening. The game has just begun. Another great rendition of "You Will Never Walk Alone" before the game begins. Of course, a bit more special as it's the first time Liverpool have played at Anfield since the tragic loss of Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva. So nice touch from the fans as always. So let's have a look at the lineup and see who is starting for both teams. We'll start with the home team, of course, being Liverpool. So in goal, you've got Mamardashvili, and in terms of your back four, you've got Kirkes on the left, Frimpong on the right, Endo and Konate to complete the back line. Sanadi has a first shot towards goal. Corner kick for Bilbao. Back to the lineup. You've got Szoboszlai and Gravenberch in your double pivot. You've got Salah on the right, Gakpo on the left, Verts in the middle, and you've got Ekitike through the advanced role of being our striker. So exactly the lineup that I presented in the previous watch along. So another tick box for me. Now, in terms of the opponents, let's see who is starting for them. So you've got Unai Simon in goal. You've got Boiro, uh, Bachiche, Vivian, and Areso. And then in your double pivot, you've got Ruiz, De Garetta, and you've got Jarugzikizo. Hopefully, I haven't butchered that name too badly there. And then you've got Nico Williams on the left, Inaki Williams on the right, Sanchez through the middle in the advanced midfield role, and you've got Sanadi leading the line. So it's going to go through some of the chats. I was going to come back because so he said first leg 4-1, second leg I'm going to go for a 4-0 victory for the Reds. Maybe I'm a bit too giddy, a bit too excited, but I'm expecting us to dominate in this game because we have the stronger team. So I'm going to go for 8-1 in aggregate based on your scenarios. It's a bit up to us and come back as always. So yeah, let's watch the game. Let me bring the scoreline for you guys as well so we can keep track of the score. There we go. Subos down the ball, and switching the ball is not quite there. Well, now Simon had to make that clearance because Salah was looming around him on that edge of the box. Good piece of skill there from Gravenberch. Salah with the cross, great cross. Can Gakpo get it? No, too much fizz on that ball in the end, but decent execution there from Mohamed Salah. The kit that we're wearing right now, it's just got championship winning side written all over it, hasn't it? You know, the way it just looks premium. Yeah, it just looks like it's above everyone else, and that's how I feel like the squad is right now as well. So hopefully, we'll be lifting a lot of silverware in the coming season wearing this home kit. 'Cause I've got a good feeling about it right now. So yeah, really, really excited about this new kit that we've launched recently, and I'm hoping to get one for myself and for my kids as well. So yeah, looking forward to purchasing that. Ozzy Kabak says Mo Salah, LS athlete, LS kit, LS boots aren't captain's armband, just pure aura. Yeah, pure aura indeed. And there are a lot of players that wear LS in our team as well. So yeah, but for it to be Mohamed Salah, even more fitting to be fair. So yeah, match made in heaven that is. So balls down the ball. Loses it unfortunately. Throwing Verts, good piece of control there. Heavy touch from Kirkis, never mind. Throw into Bilbao, and I'm sure everyone's noticed that a lot of our new signings have new shirt numbers. So Florian Wirtz wearing the number 7, you got Kerkez wearing number 6, Frimpong wearing number 30, and Ekitike wearing number 22. So we finally got to see official shirt numbers, and that was going to happen based on our new deal with Alias. And of course, I forgot to mention Mamardashvili wearing the number 25 shirt. Ekitike through on goal. Pass it to Gakpo on the left hand side. Gakpo with the cross, not bad effort at all. Oh, Florian Wirtz I'll be honest with you, I did not see Florian Wirtz, make a connection at that ball. I thought that ball was arriving towards Mohamed Salah, but I was pleasantly surprised by Florian Wirtz's leap there. Really good. Let's have a look at the replay. That was a great leap. So unlucky. I think it touches the top of the crossbar there. So close. Yeah, just hits the roof of the net there. Decent effort there. Great piece of play as well. Great, speedy counter attack, which we're pronounced to be known as. Oh, like I said, on my days, that would have been some finish. Yeah, it would have been a great finish for Florian Wirtz. Poor pass there from Sonali to Nico Williams, who of course has signed a new contract with Bilbao. He's committed his future for another 10 years, I believe, which is, yeah, you'd think Todd Bowley's running the show at Bilbao, but that's a very lengthy contract that you don't really hear of unless you're affiliated with Chelsea. But yeah, interesting there. Florian Wirtz, lovely ball to Gakpo, driving through. Cuts inside, can he shoot? He doesn't, but he falls to ground. Foul committed, and Liverpool will receive a free kick just on the edge of the box. Vivian definitely committing the foul there. Free kick, the right thing to award there. Ozzy Kawasa, the way of pass from Florian Wirtz is just like bar. That's something I mentioned when we first signed him because the way I've watched him play over the years, he makes the game look very easy. And things like what you just mentioned, the weight of the pass, I feel like it gets s- side looked at a little bit because you're just expecting players to produce that, but he does it very eloquently. And yeah, like I said, it melts like butter. It really does. It's watching an artist on the pitch. Like he's such a joy to watch. So I'm very excited to see Florian Wirtz for Liverpool in this coming season. We got Szoboszlai and Salah ready to take a free kick. I think it's going to be Szoboszlai. He shoots straight at the keeper. Ekitike almost gets contact on the rebound there, but Simon manages to make that block. And imagine us adding Isak to the mix as well. Yeah, very, very exciting prospect. Let's see. I'm confident we will get Isak through the door, but we'll just have to wait and see if that deal can be finalized. Add him to the mix. Game over. Honestly. Groundwork to Frimpong. Frimpong finds Salah. Goes on an overlap. Roberto Endo. Roberto to Kirkes. Canate on the ball. Liverpool very patient with the build up right now, not rushing the ball, not rushing it forward, taking their time to find that right pass. Suppose that's dropped in a deeper role, pretty much alongside Endo in a defensive position. But Bertz, unfortunately, loses the ball there. Nico Williams tries to lay off to the fullback there, but unfortunately, great defending from Frimpong in the end. Kirkes and good touch from Ekatike, nice control. Salah to Vats, good control there. Honestly, his first touch is so exquisite. The way he just glides with the ball, very silky flair we have in our hands. And see him wearing that number 7, I think this makes it even more special. So yeah, really pleased that he's wearing that shirt number. I think it matches his ability completely. And of course, 7 is a very special number at Liverpool. You know, the likes of Dalglish and Suarez, you know, wearing it over the years. So yeah, very important number for us. And of course, you know, Kevin Keegan, you know, all those years ago as well. Ping pong hooks it towards Salah. Salah, lovely ball to Gakpo. Gakpo. Oh, very close there. So was like, you know, saying, why are you passing back to me? I'll be honest with you, in that sort of moment, I think the attacker is right to go on goal there, but the execution just wasn't correct. The side foot effort was the right type of shot to execute, but you needed to do a bit more on the inside of your boot, so it adds a bit of a curl towards that bottom corner. So hit the middle of your boot in between your heel and your toe, and then that would have just placed it into that bottom corner with a bit of swerve in it. So yeah, not the complete execution. Should have wrapped his foot a little bit around the ball, but yeah, very, very unlucky from Gakpo. So Boslai through to Ekitike. Good step up from Ekitike. Low cross to Salah. Salah shoots. There we go. Never in doubt. We always knew that was going to hit the back of the net, didn't we? That's why I paused, just waiting for the crowd to react. And that's exactly what happened there. Great play from Ekitike, attacking that left-hand channel, which is, you know, something he likes to do when he's on the counter attack. He's in a central position, I can see, and all of a sudden finds himself on that left channel, onside 100%. Does really well. Nice step over, left foot, low cross, perfectly weighted pass, and Salah completely easy finish there. Right in the corner, no chance for the goalkeeper. Great play from Ekitike. 1-0 to the Reds. Made that look very, very easy, didn't we? Very, very easy. Oh, then come back saying, "Oh, Cody, yeah, just didn't get that execution right, but I'm very unlucky, in my opinion." AR says, "Hi, Ozzie and chat. How are you? Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know, we'll come man of the match Rio in the previous game. 100%, definitely man of the match. I have to agree." Um, oh, then come back. 1 second, guys. So what's like to Salah? Salah with the first time crossbow bats. Oi, I thought that was going in. Bit of a hash of a save from Unai Simon. You know, hitting it over himself, but I thought maybe it was going to creep him, but it wasn't, unfortunately. Great ball from Sobozlai. Well, fantastic weighted pass there. And the first time cross, really good effort. And Verts did his best to, you know, keep that ball down because it was bouncing. and actually hits his knee more or less, quite high up there. Very unlucky not to score there. So yeah, Liverpool almost in full flow right now, showing you what they're going to do next season. So yeah, very, very exciting times. Ekitike, oh, pushes that defender with ease. That should be a foul. There we go. Ekitike making sure the crowd is on his side, and rightly so. Oh, they come out saying 5-1 aggregate. Yeah, why not? Let's see. Let's see what we can do today. We're gonna build it up. That's not how it's gonna end. We're gonna get a few more goals today. I can see it. So altogether, 8-1. That's my prediction for today's double fixtures, I guess. So yeah, let's see what we do. So Bert set to take the free kick. Reverse for the free kick. Simons catches that ball. Here's the first time ball up top. Headed away by Groundberg. Good cover from the midfielder, but Inaki Williams tries to get past the Bosley. Lays it off. Good header there from Kanate. They are with, I think, some player ratings for the previous game. So Woodman 6, Stevenson 6, Neoni 7, Robbo 7, Simica 7, Elliott 7, John 7, McCarthy 7, Dogs 7.5, Nunes 7.5, Rio 8, Pesci 6.5, Lucky 6.5, Dan 7, Kone 6, Kumas 7, and Laffy not applicable. So yeah, pick up for your ratings there. I don't tend to do player ratings in preseason. Um, but yeah, once we start the season, then yeah, we'll be doing it a bit more in terms of our normal formatting when it comes to match reactions and that sort of show. So yeah, we'll be doing that in more detail. So yeah, feel free to present your ratings as well whenever we do our reaction shows in the coming season. And nice pass there to Bert. Someone like driving the ball. Needs to release the ball a bit quicker. Finds Ekatike on the left side. Geppo finding himself in a more central position. Ping pong to Salah. Salah blocked there by two defenders. Salah through on goal. Tries to find like a ticket, but not the right pass to be fair. Ping pong to Endo. Endo to Verts. Ping pong. Good overlapping run there. Couple of comments here from AIA said, can we rely on Joe Gomez? I think you mean there. No, we can't rely on Joe Gomez. That's why I've always said he should be fifth choice in our sort of pecking order. And being fifth choice, he's covering centre back plus the other two roles. And that's why I wanted us to sign two centre backs. But I think currently he'll probably be fourth choice, even if we buy Gay. So yeah, we can't rely on him. That's why the likes of Robertson and Endo will need to be utilised at centre back in some course of this season due to his injury record, unfortunately. Ozan Kabak says Mo Salah and Frimpong have good chemistry, link up on the right hand side. Not gonna lie, I agree. They've formed a great partnership so far, and that's what it's about on the pitch, forming these little partnerships here and there. And I feel like these two are going to grow even further as they understand each other's game a little bit more and play together more. So yeah, it's only going to get better. This is just early signs right now. Ekitike with a shot. Very unlucky with the turner shot there. So Bosley finds Kirkes. Szoboszlai to Ekitike. Szoboszlai again to Gakpo. This is exquisite football, honestly. Going back. Nice touch there from the Liverpool fans, as always. Clapping in the 20th minute. Nice touch there from the fans and from the players on the pitch as well. And Dodd Kirkes. Kirkes picking number 6 as a left back. Reminds me of when we had John Onorisa all those years ago. So hopefully he can produce some bangers like the Norwegian left back did for us all those years ago. Granberg to Kirkes. Florian Wirtz, lovely pass to Frimpong. Producing the first time cross to Gakpo. Slightly overplayed there. Should have done better there, Frimpong, for me. A little bit more patient, less pace on that ball. He had Ekitike and Gakpo in the attacking positions there, so got to calm down a little bit. Just slightly ahead. It's just slightly over here. But the movement is right there, so yeah. We're just trying to find the dynamics in between the players, which is very, very positive to see. Yeah, I see rest in peace, Jota. Rest in peace, Jota and Andre Silva as well, as always. Good header from Endo. Foul awarded to the Reds. Coming back, driving the ball. Unable to hit through to Ekitike. A great block there from Gravenberch. Szoboszlai. Great piece of skill. Gets fouled in the free kick to Liverpool. Going to Bilbao right now. foul there from Sabozai on uh, Yarajisa. I think he's pronouncing names. And on the ball to Sabozai. Sabozai just needs to be careful when in possession of the ball, not to lose it so easily. Bora with the header. Kanate allowing it to drop for a throw in. Nice flick there from throwing Verts. Beautiful flick. The I was holding on to Salah, but still managed to get the ball in the end. Referee not allowing us to play advantage. Nate to Endo. Oof, Endo. Lucky there. But great throw there from Mamadashvili to Sabozlai. Gakpo driving the ball. Cuts in. Oh, just slightly too much weight on the ball there. But nice idea, to be fair. I think maybe that ball should have been towards Salah more than Ekitike, because Ekitike was making that front run. Once he had passed it to, if he had found Salah, then Salah could have either shot on goal or laid it off to Ekitike. So that would have been a better position. Because you had Ekitike running, it would be difficult for him to look behind and try and get that ball in the end. So yeah, good, so good idea, but yeah, execution wasn't quite there. I think he got caught in two minds in the end. So I was like, committing a foul there? No, that's soft. Come on. It's got a comment here from Spirit of LSC fan. Says you're so smart, Ozzy. Big up yourself, Spirit of LSC fan. Appreciate the kind words. I didn't even have to pay to say that. So yeah, appreciate you for sending that comment. That's not a foul. Come on. Honestly, I know it's preseason, so we shouldn't really take it too seriously, but that was never a foul in a million years. Free kick to Bilbao. Good cross. Oh, that's annoying. Sunset, the player that I mentioned earlier on, one to look out for. Unfortunately, gets the equalizer for Bilbao. Honestly, that should have been a fair free kick. Was not a foul in a million years. So yeah, disappointing that we've conceded a goal. But hey, we move. Other than come back, give us an update. 5-2 on aggregate. Yeah, we'll take that. Unfortunately, I think we'll get some more goals in the end. So yeah, hopefully, um, we we can notch up the tally a bit more. AR said, where is Calvin Ramsey, Allison, and Reese Williams? So, in regards to Allison, unfortunately, he's back in Brazil right now for personal reasons. It's not being sort of revealed as to why, but of course, we'll just respect his situation. Hopefully, he's okay. Hopefully, his family's okay, and there's nothing too crazy that's happened in regards to his current life. So, hopefully, Allison is okay. In terms of Calvin Ramsey, I think I saw a picture the other day where he wore the training kit, so he might be at the club, training as part of the protocol to make sure all contracted players return to the club for preseason duty. But I don't think he has a future at the club, so don't be surprised if he goes out on loan anytime soon, or if we can't get a move for him, then he'll probably be playing for the under 23s, and that would be his position for the season. In terms of Reece Williams, I expect him to leave at some point. He's had quite a few long spells over the years, but is not unfortunately Liverpool quality. Frimpong, good burst of speed there. Tries to hit the low cross, but blocked in the end. So corner kick for the Reds. But I think, yeah, I don't think Reece Williams definitely doesn't have a future at the club. So I expect him to be sold at some point as well. Yeah, says we need to stop stopping mistakes. Um, it's pre-season, so I wouldn't take it, too seriously at the minute. But I feel like for us, is making sure we're able to maintain our fitness, increase the intensity in terms of our passing, and just make sure we're ready for the Premier League season next week. Oh, header there on target, cleared away by Sonadi there. Sonadi's been playing like a centre back more than a centre forwards, to be honest with you. That's like the second sort of defensive clearance he's made. Oh, great shot there from ground back. Carried away by Simon. Should be another corner kick there. Corner kick taken by Vets. So was that the first time shot? It was a heavy bounce at that volley. Had to be cleared away by Inaki Williams. Not the cleanest of strikes, but could have definitely troubled the goal there. Scuffed it a bit, but because of the bounce, the ball was going high towards goal, and it could have actually gone over the player there. Oh, and almost getting onto the end of the ball there. Groundberg, great turn of speed there. Finds flowing verts. Salah takes the ball off him. Salah took it on. Oh, I thought he was producing an acrobatic effort there. Got a smile on his face. That would have been amazing if he scored that effort, honestly. Ozzy come back agrees on whether Ibu Konate that would have been some goal. It would have been. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was gonna hit the top bins. The way he was just like presented with the ball there, I was like, yes, that's gonna smash it. Oh, he just didn't get the contact. Needed to hit the laces there, and then he definitely would have got a spectacular goal to his name there, unfortunately. But yeah, it wasn't to be. Great interception there from Gakpo, Florian Wirtz. Oh, a tackle there in the end. Great interception from Grant Bell, but Bilbao still have the ball. Through Sanadi, Sanadi to Bora, Nico Williams, back to Bora, Inaki Williams. Nah, no real technique there for that shot. Don't think he quite believed that he was going to score with that effort there. So yeah, not the best of strikes from the experienced attacker there. So it was like, oh, what an exquisite ball there from Mo Salah. Beautiful pass. Bora drops the ground. Salah the cross. Soboslai. Salah to Verts. Oh, for he almost creeped it into the back of the net there. But Unai Simon makes that crucial block. Corner kick for the Reds again. I know this is a preseason game, but it has that sort of competitive feel, which is yeah, which is really good for us, in terms of our fitness levels, and it also showcases that we're ready. We're ready to create a storm when the Premier League campaign starts. So yeah, early signs for us, in terms of what to expect next season. Good tackle there from Kirkes. Lovely challenge there. Konate. Szoboszlai. Nice pass to Kirkes. Kirkes, can he attack that flank? No, he's stopped the play there. He's trying to pick out a pass. Here's it back towards Endo. Endo to Granberg. Granberg, great tennis pace there for him. Lovely pass to Salah. Salah through to Verts. Verts. Oh, so close. Getting past 2, 3 players there. Unable to find the space to hit that shot. Well, that's Simon. Ekitike. Good tackle there. 50-50 challenge there. Yeah, it's 50-50. Of course, Ekitike was late in that challenge, but there's no malice in that tackle there whatsoever. I'm sure Vivian, accepts that as well. He knows, he's a strong tackling defender himself, so he should know how it goes when it comes to challenges on the pitch. Gakpo driving the ball, finds Kirkes. Kirkes at the cross. Just need a bit more execution. There's only one man in the box, and that was Mohamed Salah. When that's Simon with the clearance. Headed away by Endo to Granberg. Granberg tries to flick it towards the Bosley. Sanchez claims the ball for Bilbao. Good interception from Konate. Ekitike to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai to Verts. Salah to Szoboszlai. No. Unable to find the Hungarian there. Good tackle again from Kirkes. Loves the tackle, doesn't he? Showing real dominance in that area of the pitch. Gakpo on the ball. Ping pong to Konate. Kirkes. Ekitike making space for himself, but I was finding him right now. Just keep an eye on Ekitike's movement. It's definitely something to watch because he's not going to just be at the forefront all the time. He's going to drop deep and create space. He's going to try and get as close to the ball, try and get it on a half turn, and create space for others as well. Very, very unique player. in terms of the strikers in this day and age. You see Ekatiga's on the shoulder now. Verts looks like I think Sankey has a bit of an injury right now, so he may need to leave the pitch. Sunset, sorry. Like versus down Sobo spell and then on the man's knee. Yeah, it looked a bit sore. And again, no, there was no malice in that kind of challenge there. It's just a landing because they both slid towards the ball. So these things happen. Hopefully, he should be okay. I think it's just a slight knock, and for their sake, more of a precautionary substitution. Don't want to take risk on one of your main players in the team. So yeah, probably the right call to take him off now, and you see, how he does, and if he needs a bit of treatment right now, they can give him some temporary treatment. But he should be fine. Endo to Sobozlai. Nice pass from Endo to Kirkes. Sobozlai, can he switch it to Ping Pong? Ping Pong's in acres of space on that right hand side. Salah's coming a bit more infield. Look at the pace of Ping Pong catching up with Nico Williams. Effortlessly, honestly, he's got such amazing speed. Oh, clearance there from Kirkes. Also come out with the comment says Ping Pong covers ground like a bullet train. The recovery speed is insane. Yeah, he was so far up as well, and they literally just split the defense with one pass. And by the time Nico Williams found himself in a position to attack, Ping Pong's already there. Great speed there. Honestly, made it look very effortless. Round back to Endo. It's almost half time. I can't believe it's gone really quick. Feels like a competitive game, doesn't it? I know there's no sort of like end result in terms of it giving you points or progression to anything else, but I feel like it's been playing at a very very good speed, and it can only help us going forward, right? In terms of our team or squad being ready for real competitive games in the coming weeks. Nico Williams drives the ball, passes it to Sinadi. Reviewing the cross to Inaki Williams. And good. And that is the halftime whistle. Liverpool 1, Athletic Bilbao 1. Great start to the game. Honestly, really, really, intense in terms of how he plays. Very sort of like free flowing, quick passing all over the pitch. So I'm very impressed to how Liverpool performed today. Just got on my head from Ozzie is pretty much said the same thing. Intense, first. I'm not gonna lie, that half just flew by. It really did. I didn't even look at the time that much. But once we hit the 43 minutes mark, the commentators like, "Oh, it's almost half time." I thought, "Wow, it really flew by." It was played at such a great speed. It was enjoyable to watch. Of course, we scored the opening goal, and then they got the equalizer. Which, yeah, in hindsight, I don't think they should have got that free kick for that equalizer. But that's how it goes sometimes. So what we'll do now is we'll take a short break, and then once we return, we'll complete the second half of the game. So yeah, grab yourself a drink or a snack, and I'll see you guys very, very shortly. Welcome back to the second half of Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid. Stanley got caught. Looks like a time there, but yeah, the game has begun. And as I can see, there hasn't been any changes to the lineup. So it's the same team as before. So we go again. Konate on the ball, switches it towards Gakpo. Can he get onto the ball? Or headed away by the right back of Bilbao. Yash, big up yourself. He says, "Where are you watching?" So I'm watching the match on LFC TV. So that's the place to watch the game. Fing Pong on the ball to Gravenberch. Salah back to Gravenberch. Salah on the right hand side. Up against Boira. Finds Gravenberch. Gravenberch. Unable to release the ball. Good open from Gravenberch. Forming a good partnership on Salah on the right hand side. Unfortunately, the ball has gone out of play for a goal kick. That's really the clearance. Inaki Williams with the low cross. But Mamadashvili does really well to grab onto the ball. Ping Pong driving the ball on the right hand side. Finds Ekatike. Ekatike does well to hold the ball, but unfortunately gives it away. But Endo claims the ball from Mamadashvili. Endo to Kirkes. Kirkes driving the ball. Gakpo on the left hand side. Cuts in. Good cross from Gakpo. Finds Ping Pong. Oh, that should be a corner kick. Last touch coming from Boira. Going back with the corner kick. Oh, can't see anyone to get on the end of it. Ping Pong's the ball. To back to Ping Pong. Throw into the Reds. Konate to Vets. Great piece of skill there from Ping Pong. Salah to Ping Pong again. Ping Pong tries to find a cutback pass to Salah. Finds Salah. Salah to Ekatike. Ekatike with a shot on goal. Not the most powerful of efforts, but he on target, I guess. AR says gone quiet, energy gone from the game and slow. Yeah, it has a little bit, but I'm sure Liverpool will speed it up in due course. That'll probably be a piece of play that definitely, you know, the game moved a bit more quicker with the passing between Salah and Frimpong, who look like they've been forming a good partnership on the pitch. Ayers asking where is Van Dijk? Van Dijk is ill, apparently. This was confirmed by Ozzie earlier in the chat. So yeah, he's ill today, alongside Bradley, who's not available today either. That's why we've got Endo and Konate as your centre back pairing. But if it's illness, then I hope he'll be back in the mix for the game against Crystal Palace on Sunday. Endo, oh, slightly overplayed there by Endo, but I like the thinking of that pass there. Nico Williams on that left hand side. Great clearance there from Endo. Salah. Oh, that's a foul from Galarreta. Knew exactly what was doing. Liverpool on the brink of producing a counter attack there. As you cannot say. Oh. Great escape there from Groundberg in such a tight area. Liverpool on a counter through Kirkes to Gakpo. Gakpo to Kirkes. Kirkes with the cross. Take a TK. Knocks it down to Gakpo. Oh, good save there from Unai Simon there. I would say maybe Ekatine should have gone for goal himself, but no, he kept it safe. Maybe he thought he didn't have the power to generate on that header there and thought he'd lay it off to Gakpo. Let's have a look. Gakpo cuts in to Kirkes. Kirkes with a decent cross. I'd probably say Ekatine should have gone on goal there, to be fair. Ground back. He shoots. And there you go. Follow up. And who's the goal scorer? Ekatike or Gakpo? Think it was Gakpo in the end. Bilbao players not happy with that decision, but Liverpool have taken it. Let's have a look. Going back. No, Gakpo's on side. Ekatike might have been marginally offside, but he wasn't involved, so it was Gakpo who gets that goal. I think. Let's have a look again. No, it's Gakpo. Equitica's very close to him, but it's definitely Gakpo with the final touch. So yeah, Gakpo gets a goal, and that is Ekitike's last contribution there. Gets himself an assist and could be in contention to start against Crystal Palace this Sunday. And now we have Federico Chiesa stepping up and making his appearance. AR says we're getting Mark Gay and young defender. I don't know at this stage. The price, the price range of the negotiation between the two clubs regarding Mark Gay's price were not on the same page. So Palace want 50. We're only willing to offer up to £40 million. So we're way apart in terms of the valuation. So that all will depend on if Liverpool want to increase the bid or Palace reduce the cost down, because they do want to sell Gay in order for them to get the money to buy another player or to reinvest into the squad. So let's see what happens regarding Gay. The young defender, I don't think we'll sign another defender. I think it'll be one, and that is the only defensive addition we'll make in the squad. Um, and AR said, when is the second bid coming for Isak? I expect it to be at some point this week, but we can only wait and see. How do you think we did in both games? I'm assuming you're saying, well, second game still being played. I've really enjoyed the first half of this game. It's been played at a very good level, great speed and more urgency in our game. Um, the first game was good. Good to see the likes of Rio and Ben Doak and Trenioni, producing good performances, and it bodes well for the future. Great passing here from Liverpool. Nutmeg from Szoboszlai on Inaki Williams. Kerkez to Gakpo. Gakpo with the cross. Salah and ping pong on the right hand side. Nice turn there from Salah. So was like to Salah. Salah to Chiesa. Chiesa, poor first touch and gives the ball away as well. Other question, who claims that? In the end, I think that was Gakpo's touch. Ekitike was very close, but I didn't get a touch on it. So that is Cody Gakpo's goal. Other question is Pedro Chiesa sighting. Yeah, we finally saw him. We finally see him on the pitch, donning the new Liverpool kit. So let's see how he does today. Might be his last appearance. Who knows? Score comment here from Ozzie says, Ozzie, I never knew that pinpoint was a pressing machine. I've seen it for Leverkusen because of the ways Xabi Alonso would set his team up. They were very much an aggressive front pressing team. And he does it for Netherlands as well. So yeah, maybe because with certain teams, it's a bit different dynamics. But like with Netherlands, they don't play as aggressively as they did as Bayer Leverkusen did, for example. Um, but yeah, he's blessed with this amazing pace, and he uses it to his advantage, whether it's to defend or to be on attack or to press. You know, we're going to have a very aggressive player on the pitch, which is why I was so pleased that we're signing him, because whether it's that right back, right mid, or right wing, he's going to play the same way, and that's what we need on that right hand side. We need someone with pace to cause the opposition some sort of disruption, and they'll have to think twice into how to defend against us whenever we come up against any team in the league. So for me, yeah, very, very positive signing. And yeah, I feel like because he can cover right wing as well, this makes the perfect sense to have him in the squad. Just gone past the hour mark, 2-1 to Liverpool. Kirk's great run. Look at that. Look at the speed there. Went past two, three players there. Got blocked in the end, but thrown into Liverpool. Kanate to ping pong on the outside. Unable to keep in play. Oh, Fokir was through on goal there. Ping pong. Come back to Szoboszlai. Oh, definitely fouled it. Come on, ref. But advantage play to Liverpool. To Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai to Salah. Szoboszlai should have shot there. Come on now. These are the moments where Szoboszlai needs to be better. You know, he had created half a yard. The shot was there to produce. In the end, he went for to pass to Salah, and that pass to Salah wasn't even the best of passes. It was underplayed, and I think because he was caught in two minds, you know, that's why he didn't give it with real purpose. So for me, should have shot on goal there. And that's Williams through on goal. But Endo does enough there to make a clearance, a corner kick to Bilbao. Oh wow, did they just score? I should probably get off my phone. um, that definitely came out of the blue. Sanadi with the goal. Let's have a look at the replay. I completely missed the goal. Let's have a look. Corner kick taken. Sanadi. Uh, deflection there. Took the ball away from the keeper, I think. Oh no. Hit Gakpo's face. They're on goal, unfortunately. Not much the Dutchman could have done there, and I don't think there's much the goalkeeper could have done because he was expecting the ball to come around the central area, and in the end, gets that late deflection, and unfortunately, wasn't able to make the block. Vincent Wilkes says, guys, I can't find it on the zone. Where can I watch it? It's on LFC TV. There's about 25 minutes remaining. So yeah, if you want to catch up with the rest of the action, it's available on LFC TV and not on the zone today. Um, Other comment says need answer back as soon as possible. Nah, I wouldn't put blame on Mamadashvili on that one. I know it's quite close to him, but it's because he was expecting the ball to come a bit more central from the corner kick. That deflection came out of nowhere, so yeah, just caught him flat footed, unfortunately. So Bozlai gives the ball away, unfortunately. Low cross, good defending there from Endo to make sure Sadani doesn't get anything on that ball. Nico Williams at the cross, poor effort there. Chat, let me know what you think of Nico Williams' performance. I feel like he's been MIA, like not been done, not he's not done much today at all in terms of his overall play. He's not been able to take on players. Ineffective, in my opinion. So considering that he was very highly sought after, I feel like his form has kind of fizzled out since, ironically, after the Euros. Not the same impactful player. Jose Kabak says Nico Williams has been anonymous, or is even on the pitch. I totally agree with you. That's why I said he's MIA. He's barely involved. Like I've seen him have the ball here and there, but even when he has the ball, there's no real end product. He's not making anything happen. He's not impacting his play at all. He's on the ball right now. This is the most he's done all game to try and take on Konate there. But Konate makes that crucial block in the end. AS has got cancel himself out, goal and on goal. Yeah, but the on goal is unlucky. I wouldn't, be too harsh on Gakpo there. Federico Chiesa on the ball. Needs to be involved a bit more, Chiesa. Not really had that many touches since he's come on. Konate on the ball. AS says we need to play better. I understand it's a friendly. Yeah, I get it, but we just got to keep going, isn't it? It's not. I don't really care about the results. To be honest with you, for me, it's more about how we're playing. How the fitness levels are increasing. The understanding between the players. Are we improving on that kind of aspect of the game? This is what preseason is about: gaining fitness, gaining match sharpness, and building relationships across the field. So for me, that's the main importance of preseason. And I feel like today Liverpool have shown, different aspects of that where we've seen good partnerships on the pitch, the likes of Salah and Frimpong on that right hand side. Players looking sharp, so Ozwrld looking very sharp, Verts looking very sharp. I see a new signing on the bench as well there, Will Wright, who signed from Salford City. From foul there from Sanadi. Throwing to Liverpool on that left hand side. Granted to Szoboszlai. Nice turn there from Gravenberch. Love it when he does that. Gakpo. Come on, Gakpo. Got to release the ball. Forget releasing it. He shot and he scored. Scores a goal. On goal. Goal. He's the man of the moment right now. He's just giving Liverpool the lead once again. Poor goalkeeping, I have to be honest, but maybe it's because there were so many bodies in front of him, he wasn't able to get a clear view of that shot. But nonetheless, he made it work. I feel like he overplayed it slightly, but in the end, he was able to release that shot and gets onto the back of hits the back of the net there. Great play from Gravenberch to present the ball there for Gakpo, and Gakpo does well in the end to hit the target and hit the back of the net. So 3-2 um, to Liverpool right now. Ozan Kite says, for me, Bert and Sobo need to find the right spaces to occupy. Sometimes they end up in similar position. Ozzy, that's going to improve once they build a better relationship, I think, on the pitch. I think because suppose I play on the left side of double pivot, they can kind of find themselves in similar positions. But I feel like that could work to our advantage where, they can build a partnership in that manner, either with 1-2s or, interchanging certain positions. I feel like it could work to our advantage. It's just that we've got to find that fluidity um, as a collective going forward. So for me, still positive signs that Liverpool, are in a good step right now in terms of forming a great team, and the dynamics for me between the new players and the old players, it's in the right direction. So yeah, very pleased with our showings in recent games so far. AR says Gakpo coming out of his shell. Yeah, I guess I feel like Gakpo's getting a lot of criticism, not just from yourself. I'm not saying you're criticizing, but I've seen it quite a bit online where he's not getting a lot of respect, and people forgetting that he's one of our best attackers, in terms of goals and assists last season. So I'm not sure what it is. All of a sudden, that he's not, highly regarded or respected anymore. But he always produces the goods. He always gets a goal and assist, as frequent as some of our attackers did last season. So needs to be given a bit more respect, in my opinion. But yeah, I feel like the way he's playing right now, this is what he generally plays like. Just needs to do a bit more consistent. That's the only feedback I would have for him. But no, otherwise, very pleased to have Gakpo in the squad. I know what he's capable of. I know what moments he can produce. So it doesn't surprise me when he scores these goals. I know he has in his locker. So we have to show these players respect because when they do come onto the pitch, they do have the end product. And I think with Gakpo, he's going to get more chances, and I feel like he's definitely going to be a difficult player to get off the starting lineup. Armstrong favoured him quite heavily last season, and he produced the goods. Of course, he was out for 2 months. That kept him out of the team. But generally speaking, uh, he is one of the main attackers that started for Armstrong last season. So let's not forget that. Let's put some respect on his name a little bit. Uh, Other correct says just shows you how fit Mo Salah is. Man tackles Mo and injures himself. Yeah, Mo Salah is a machine. So yeah, look, we've got a debut for one of our new signings in Will Wright. So it'll be exciting to see how he performs today. Uh, our AR says Rio and Ekiti might take his position. I don't think so. Rio, of course, plays in the same role, but he's too early in his development to overtake Gakpo, and Ekitike can play on the left side, but I see him more as a striker. So no, I don't think none of these players will take their role. The only person that could take their role if we sign a direct replacement for Diaz. So Rodrigo seems to be the guy that the fingers are pointing towards. If he comes, then maybe he surpasses Gakpo in the lineup. But Rodrigo, any player that comes into the team, will have a fight in their hands because Gakpo for me was one of our most consistent attackers last season. And that's what you want in your players. You want availability and consistency, and that's what he produced for us in the Liverpool shirt last season. So it's not going to be an easy task for that. Uh, Other questions, what a dream. Signs for the club, 2 days later, debuts at Anfield. It really is. I think his picture got unveiled yesterday officially, but you're right. 2 days ago, it was confirmed. And all of a sudden, he's made his debut for the club. So, yeah, it is a great moment for the young striker. And let's see how he does today. 74 minutes played, Liverpool 3, Athletico Bilbao 2. Like, what a pass. Oh, just slightly too much on the ball, but nice idea from Sabozlai. Lucky Williams to Kirkes. Kirkes clears the ball away from danger. AR says, what do you think of Max Darwin? I haven't seen too much of him, but I've heard, a lot of high. praises regarding the youngster, and I expect him to actually get some cameos for Arsenal at some point next season. So yeah, I've heard good things about him, but I haven't seen much of him in action, to be honest with you. Nalo on the ball, he's just come onto the pitch. Going back, nice pass to Salah. Great control from the Egyptian king as always. Oh, tries to find Chiesa, but unable to find their talent in this central position of the box. Oh, that's really with the clearance. Nice pass to Salah. Salah to Chiesa. Chiesa lays it forward to Salah. Subos down the ball. Nice pass to Chiesa. Chiesa through to Endo. Endo with the header. That's a penalty, right? 100%. Foul on Endo there. Penalty kick for Liverpool. I'd love for Watara Endo to take this penalty kick right now. Deserves it. Chiesa onside. Looks onside to me. Vivian with the aggressive tackle there. Foul committed in the box. Penalty awarded for Liverpool. Oh, that's a dirty little kick on Endo's stomach there. So yeah, right decision to get a penalty. And Salah, see, I would have loved for Endo to have taken that, but hey, Salah is taking it. Salah with the corner kick. Oh my God, with the penalty kick, sorry. That felt like a corner kick, didn't it? What an awful miss from Mohamed Salah. Wow, that was such a poor miss. Honestly, Salah. We'll give him that benefit of the doubt that it's preseason, but that's an awful miss, honestly. Just got a comment from AI says, why don't our academy product produce next Gerard, Owen, Trent, McManaman, Fowler, Carragher level players? It's not easy to produce the next Gerard, Owen. We're producing players in their own rights. So there's no point of doing a comparison to former legends. Of course, Trent was the last real world class player that came through the ranks. But right now we've got the likes of Rio and Gamora who could become one of those players in that list there. You've got Trey Neone as well. So we've got some great young talent coming through. You compare it to any other team in the Premier League, there aren't many teams that are producing young talent like that. So uh, yeah, I don't think we should look too far back to see why we produce players like that. These are human beings. They're not robots. We can't just produce players like that. Producing another Gerrard doesn't happen every time. That's once in a lifetime sort of player. Honestly, you don't get those type of players all the time. So for me, Liverpool are doing well in terms of finding the right recruitment for youth players, and we're adding the right balance within our team as well. So yeah, for me, we're the ones that are actually producing great talent coming through, unlike other teams in the Premier League. Ozzie Kamara, I just clocked that Cody scored a hat trick tonight, Ozzy. He did. Technically counts. 2 goals, one on goal equals 2 plus 1 is 3. Hat trick indeed. Just because he did it in the wrong net doesn't mean it's not a goal. So yeah, facts. He's got a hat trick today. Ozzy Kamara said, ain't no way he tried a Panenka penalty. That execution was terrible. It was so high, I caught a corner kick by accident. That's how poor that execution was. So yeah, not impressed with Salah there at all. Should have given it to Endo, to be honest with you. Or actually given it to Gakpo so he could complete an official hat trick. So yeah, I don't know. We'll leave it at that. So it's like, oh, good touch there from Will Wright. Chiesa driving the ball. Is he gonna pass it to Will Wright? He does. Will Wright shoots. Just missed, unfortunately. Good block there by Unai Simon. Oh, that would have been a great moment for the youngster, for him to score his first goal as a 17-year-old. Oh, and he gets the ball cleanly there. Oh, he tries to lay it off to Salah. You gotta appreciate the desire there, the hunger to get that ball. He looks a decent player. I watched a couple of compilations of him when we were linked to him a couple of weeks ago, and he's got a great first touch, great movement as well. So for me, he's definitely gonna be a player that's gonna do well for our sort of youth level slash under 23s. And if we feel like he's ready to make that step up, a good option for us to have in the future. So for him, like Rio, like all the other young players, we gotta, bide their time to make sure that they are developing, they are learning, and they are playing to their kind of speed. Once we feel like they're ready for the first team, they will be promoted to that level. So yeah, future's bright. Yeah, I just mentioned why we're not producing talent. We've got these youngsters coming through. They might not be, scousers directly coming from Liverpool at the age of 5 or 6, but we're still acquiring the best young talent in the country. And that is the most important thing, where we're having players coming through our academy. They might not be scousers, but they're still, young English or British players coming through the ranks. So there we go. Bora with the shot there. Mardesh really makes a save. Let's have a look. Did he get a save or not? Yeah, so future is bright, the future is red. You never walk on 100%. 100%. We're producing some good young players coming through, and on top of that, we've got such an established squad. The future really is bright for Liverpool. So yeah, a lot of positive times to look forward to as a Liverpool fan for sure. Oda Kabak says, Scott's gonna assign penalty to Mako Vets now. Maybe. You can't be missing penalties like that, honestly. I know it's pre-season, but yeah, that's a little bit embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. And Liverpool hold on to the lead. We've only got a few minutes left. Good tackle there from Nalo. Man, that's really grabs onto the ball. He's on the ball. Good turn. Tries the ball. Tries to find ball right, but not enough power in that pass. Overplayed there by Bilbao. Throw it into Liverpool. Few more minutes left before the game ends. Szoboszlai to Salah. Bilbao notching up some passes together right now. Could this be one of the last efforts on goal from the Spanish side? Good header by Nalo. Will right. Good tackle. Finds Salah. Salah plays it to Gakpo, but when Simon reads the play and comes out of his goal line. Gakpo on the ball. Blocked there by the defender. Should be a free kick, but referee doesn't give anything. Konate making a clearance. Slightly indecisive there. Should have cleared it into the crowd rather than behind goal, but it is what it is. Got another minute remaining. Headed away by Chiesa. Figures with the header. Oh, great block there from Mamadashvili in the end. Well done to the Georgian keeper. That was a fantastic block there, honestly. Yes, it was offside, but the keeper was playing, in normal manner. Didn't know it was an offside decision there. A great block there, and has probably helped us win the game today. Probably the last kick of the game, and that is it. So Liverpool are victorious twice in one day against Atletico Bilbao. good performance from the Reds, especially in the first game, but also in the second one where we pretty much saw the first team in action today. A lot of positive takes, the likes of Rio, Troy, Neoni as well, and Bendog in the first game. And in the second game, positive signs from Sabozlai, Verts, Gakpo. We gave a debut to Real Hughes today as well. So a lot of things to talk about, a lot of positives. So yeah, great evening of football today. And yeah, Liverpool look like they're gearing up or almost ready for the Premier League campaign that begins next week. But next up will be against Crystal Palace against in the Community Shield this Sunday. So that is one to look forward to for this weekend. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Thank you to let's go through the chat. Thank you to Oz and Comeback. Thank you to AR. And thank you to Spirit of LSC fans. Appreciate your engagement as always, guys. And also Vincent as well. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. In terms of upcoming shows, I feel like I might do a transfer show later on today. So, you know, 2 back-to-back shows. For me, that's not enough. I'm gonna do a third one. So I'll be back online at 11 p.m. UK time. So in about an hour and 10 minutes time, we'll speak about some of the rumors circling, not too heavy into the updates, but we can chop it up, speak about the current situation with Nunes, Isak, Mark Gay, just to name a few. So yeah, if you want to get involved and speak transfer later on, feel free to join at 11 p.m. today. And if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, stay safe, and I hope to see you all very, very soon. Goodbye.